Similarly, what I'll do here is rounds team underscore Ganguly because it is during his era. Let's not forget that. I'm naming these variables so that we can remember this when you go back to this code, you will remember it, right? So, okay. Similarly, I'll do it for now. I know what to do. I'll just simply copy paste all the codes and then keep changing. Now, doing the thing, guys, I'm repeating the codes, isn't it? Don't you think if we had a function or some automated way that I can simply change the name of the player, I can get all the information out, right? And we'll exactly do that in the next video. Okay, when we'll be building production level code. Now that is how work is done in the real world. So now I'll make it as Dhoni. So what I'll do, I'll simply just, you can easily do this. Edit, find and replace, search Ganguly with, that's all you need to do. Replace all, done. Right? Same here. That is the way you have to do. Right? Very simple. Okay. Once this is done, so you can see here, almost comparable, right? Both of them are very near to near, like they are, on edge, right? Very near. So now relative RPI is basically your relative. Sorry, this is your contribution, right? So relative RPI is already done. This is because basically your percentage contribution, team contribution towards the Indian team. Okay, percentage contribution. RPI I've already marked it as homework. I'll share you the of course the code. You can go, and you're doing a few times, you can try it out, right? So once I have all these parameters, right, I can easily now compare what can be done, right? So if I want to see, what were the opponents of both these players, against which team did both these players play against more number of times, right? Because that will also be a fair comparison, because we want to also know where is opposition for these two players, right? So let's try to do that. It's very simple. What I'll do is I'll simply select Ganguly's matches, right, separately. Opposition analysis. So once I do this, what I'll do, very simple. You have Ganguly of opposition dot value underscore counts. What does this give me? It will give me the number of matches Ganguly has played in his tenure against each of these various teams, countries, right? So now if I want to compare with Dhoni, I'll have to, create a data frame. We'll go to that later on, but let's try to see for Dhoni, how is it looking? Now, once I get this, you can see here now, if I want to compare, okay, with Pakistan, Ganguly has played how many matches? 50 matches. But with Pakistan, Dhoni has played 31 matches. With Asian countries, how many matches he has played? With foreign countries, for non-Asian countries, how many matches he has played? If I want to compare both of them, I simply have to concatenate them or gather information in one single table. How would I do it? Very simple. I need a column name for that. So what I'll do is visit underscore index. Now this has become a data frame, but I need, so let me do x1 and x1 dot. I need to change the column names. Columns equal. I'll say country. Opposition, I'll say opposition. And I'll say, here I'll say Ganguly, because SC Gan, or I can simply call it by name, B1. Now this will allow me to compare. Let's see how. Let's do the same thing for Dhoni as well. See, when you save variables like this, it becomes very easy. And of course, this will be x2, otherwise it will replace the previous variable. Okay. Now what I'll do pandas.merge both of them on which which particular column? The common column between the two is opposition, right? See, now I have these two information. Now what I'll do is set, let me have this. Okay, once we have this, next up, and I can do set underscore index of opposition. Watch what happens. This has become a this thing, right? The index. Now I can do dot plot kind equal to bar, real bar. The same information I can check it in a form of a bar plot. Now this is how interesting things become when we talk about comparing data. We're looking at numbers, we're looking at two tables, but when you view it from this perspective, it becomes very interesting, right? So once we do this, if I want to remove this object which you are seeing here, matplotlib, right? I can simply do this. But the saying PLT is not available. So what I have to do, import matplotlib dot pyplot as okay. This is how it works, right? Same thing. If I want to analyze, there's one more column which is very interesting. The bucket run buckets, right? Which bucket has the maximum number of occurrences for each of these plays? Okay, that is also very interesting. Innings run scored buckets. Let's try to do that. So if you see here, same logic, just that the column names have changed. So this logic again, you can create automated function out of it. Okay. All right. So let's try to do that. I think I can easily do that right away. So what I'll do, df, what do I need? The df, the data frame I need, say extract info is the column name. I need data frame, which will be different from Dhoni and Ganguly. I will also need the column name, and I'll need the player name as well. Okay. All right. Okay. So I'll remove the x2 part. I'll simply say, now this is going to be interesting. If my player name is P1, which I've already saved above, right? Because my P1, P2 are global variables. Everyone knows it. The entire code knows what P1 and P2 are. I've already saved it above. If P1, if P is equal to P1, which is basically your Ganguly, right? So I need to extract the years from it, right? Okay. Or what I can do for now, we can keep it more simple. We can change the Dhoni to df underscore Dhoni and simply extract the information out. That's also fine. So I'll simply call this df, or I can call this data. Make things simpler. Data, and here I'll do return of x. Okay, right? And once I get to this level, okay, I can compare stuff. So what this is one level of information. So extract info. Innings run scored bucket will be in column name. df underscore Ganguly will be one column name. And this will be P1. Okay. I can now, instead of repeating the codes again and again, I can simply do this and change this to df underscore Dhoni, and this will become my P2. I can in fact make it more automated also. I can in fact create a function to give me the plot directly. But we'll go to that later on. It'll take some more time, but we'll get to that later on. So once I have this, I can again call this as x1, x2, okay. Once I have that, I'll simply do, let's do it one shot, p dot merge of x1 comma x2 done on is equal to your time to change the column names also na. Oh, I need to change the column name first, not first bucket. Okay, so on bucket, right, dot reset or dot set underscore index as I think I made a mistake here. 1 second. This should be column name. Okay. Swan next to on bucket. Set underscore index will be bucket dot plot kind equal to. So once I do this, you can see here. You can see here that in both the players were very comparable, except for the area which was 100 to 150 runs, and that in that area, Ganguly has significant number of 100 to 150 bucket as compared to Dhoni, because probably he was batting up the order and Dhoni was batting in the low order. But won't it be now interesting to do the final comparison of all these KPIs? We can concatenate all the information which we have gathered and then finally compare in which area who was the winner, right? So we'll do exactly that in the next video with a much optimized and automated version of the code, which will allow you to compare any player, any two batsmen within the data set. Just have to change the player name in the beginning automatically and the year of era, of course, and then you can simply run the entire code and give you a lot of information finally in the form of a data frame where you'll have the third column as in which KPI who was the winner. Okay, thank you guys. I hope you enjoyed today's session. This was one of our first videos. Wish us all the best. Wish you all the best as well. Stay tuned.